Okay, so good evening, everyone. Good evening. How are you doing at your end? Let me allow people to come in. Good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Ojugo Ajunwa, and I'm the convener of the group, the Remote Work Support Group, courtesy of Right Track Consulting, the parent organization. I'm so glad you're able to make it, to catch up with what we've been doing in the past 7 days. I think we started, when did we start? I think we started on the 13th. Yes, I think we started on the 13th of May, and is it 13th of May? Sorry, I've given the wrong date, either the 21st or something. I've lost count. But then here we are. We were able to complete the program. Did you participate? I would like you to comment in the comment section. Did you participate? Share your name, where you're watching from. I think I'm seeing someone on the call. Did you participate in the event? And please remember that today, as we recap the event, you can ask questions. So feel free to have your questions penned down and prepared, so that we can take them. That's the essence of this particular session. So this is day 7. And we've been on this for some days, and we saw a lot of active participation. I'm sure some people participated nicodemously. They didn't want us to see them, and all of that. But then, it's good to participate, whether you did it privately or you did it within the group. Would really want to know. So let me just recap a bit about the event, because I don't want this to be lengthy. It's going to just be short and straight to the point. So we talked about goal setting, making sure that you set goals for your remote work search. It's actually a project. It's not something, that you would just wave a magic wand and immediately you're able to, achieve what you want to. So you need to be intentional by setting smart goals, so that you're able to sorry so that you're able to know what to do at each point in time. Really important. And that will keep you accountable. In the hustle and bustle of life, you're focused on, oh, this is my one goal, or these are my top 3 goals for my career. And I said you could extend this as far as into next year, 2024. So how many of us did that? When you watch this, if you're watching this on replay, please do comment below the video. We also talked about making sure your CV, your personal brand is, out there, so that people can know what you have to offer, because you can't hide a light under a bushel. You must be able to come out, and share what you do and who you are. And I think we talked about having your personal website, and I gave an idea of, tools you could use for your personal website, like about.me, simple tool, free tool. You can put up your beautiful picture, you can put up your, like a statement of what you do, how people can connect with you, and it's absolutely free. And guess what? If someone Googles your name, they will be able to find that site, because it will be one of the first things that would come up. And then another important thing we talked about was your LinkedIn. LinkedIn is such a powerful tool, but highly underutilized, especially in this side of the world. But we've opened your eyes. If you participated, LinkedIn is important. We have a LinkedIn video that would help you optimize your account, for those that are like, okay, can you update, or give me hints on what to update on my LinkedIn? We have that as a video, but it's a paid video, and all of that. And it will also be part of what we would be talking about in the How to Earn Dollars Working Remotely course that starts at the end of June from the 29th to July 29th. I'll talk more about that when we get there. We also talked about your portfolio, and I gave us a Canva template link, such that you can put in pictures of what you've done before, if it's a product you created or a service. It could be testimonials from your customers. You know how it goes. And remember, because it's remote work, the person that would hire you is not seeing you. So it's all that you've written in your personal website, your social media handle, bio pages, your portfolio that would convince them, that you're a good fit for the job. Also, we've been preaching update your CV. Yes, we know you've been working for a while. You were not really actively searching for work, but it's always a good thing to do from time to time. Even if it's every 3 months, try to have an updated CV. And then we talked about networking. Networking is so important, in today's world, both the in-person networking, let's not rule that out. People still want to meet, physically and all of that. So in-person networking and virtual networking, we talked about that. And we said you should set goals around how you want to be networking. What do you want to be known for? So that when you network, you're also networking intentionally, and all that. I hope the event was, an eye opener for you. I will drop let me see if I can get the link to yeah, I can't get the link. I'll drop the link into the comments, for feedback. So please do share your feedback if you did participate in this event. Really, really highly appreciated. So that is in the comments. Please do share your feedback. I would have loved people to ask questions, so I would I would wait and see if we could see people coming and if we could take some questions. But let me just take some questions I got in the course of the program and all of that. So in the course of the program, people ask questions around what to do with LinkedIn. And like I said, LinkedIn is so important. You must have your bio ready. You must have your headshot. Please do not have an empty LinkedIn image, profile and all of that, because remember, the first thing people would look at would be your picture. So you want to make sure your picture is intact, and all of that. And then what you've written about yourself, and so on, really important, because that's where the first impressions come from. So for a deeper dive, look at what we shared. And if you need help, please do reach across. And I think people also asked about whether there was whether there was a fee for about.me. There's no fee. Like I said, it's a free site that you could use to, have someone, read what you could do in a very summarized and quick way. So let me quickly talk about our program. It's for 4 weeks. It's an online program, so you'll be given access to it. And one thing about it is that there'll be a lot of accountability built in, just to help you stay focused on implementing, all the beautiful things we'll share with you during that 4-week program. All right, so I will just, sorry, I'm looking into into the write-up, just to share some of the transformational things you would enjoy, when you sign up for the program. So let's start with remote being a whole lot around where exactly you can find remote jobs. We'll share what exact steps you could use to create your personal brand, how to prepare for interviews, your cover letter, what it should look like. If you want people to, put you into an interview situation, and all of that. We'll also take a look at your portfolio, how to create it. So it's a DIY kind of accountability class, and would make you have, a work schedule for searching for these jobs, so that it's not just in your mind, so you don't want it to just be in your mind. You're actioning on it, even if it's 1 hour a day, and so on. Before you know it, you would have gone far and you would have been able to land your dream remote job. So thank you so much for listening in. I think this replay would be available. Okay, I've seen someone come in again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please feel free to type in the comments if you're new here. Did you participate in the giveaway in any form? It's not a long live. And if you have any question, please do feel free to drop in the comments so that we can take it. I actually wanted a Q&A, but I don't know if the timing was right, because I'm not seeing quite a lot of people so far. Let me pause the group and mention that I'm live. Okay. So it's a Q&A. It's Q&A time. Please feel free to drop your questions. Okay, I'm seeing more people coming. I think maybe it's an African timeliness. Sorry, I had started earlier, but then there would always be, the replays will be available to us. But then it's Q&A time. How did you enjoy the giveaway? Did you participate? Introduce yourself. I'm not seeing at the other end because I'm on StreamYard. So if you can, please introduce yourself. Okay, I'm seeing more and more people coming. Question time is Q&A time. Did you participate? What did you learn? What do you think, we could do differently during the next events that we should have? Should we do more videos, or do you like the WhatsApp styled event so that you're able to do it at your pace? Feedback time, Q&A time. I've been here for a while, so it's Q&A time. Please use the comment section. I look forward to reading something from those at the other end. Okay. I did, or I'm still participating. Okay, Lois. Lois, nice to have you. Nice to have you. Good evening. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, what I'll do, I'll drop the link that if in case you want to come into the event, so that we could have your question. Please feel free. Okay. Yeah, Lois, you actively participated. You actively participated. Thank you for that. And I hope you got value from it. Okay, Rukiat. Thanks for being here. So I would add you to the live stream. Lois, there's a link in the, okay, let me also drop the link here because I wanted this to be interactive. I'm not so used to StreamYard, but then we're getting there. Rukiat Rasaki, thanks for being here. Please feel free to ask questions you may have. I hope we can hear. It's a bit awkward. I don't know whether people are hearing me, and all that.
Okay. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Welcome.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
You're welcome.
I just joined this live stream now, so I don't know how far you're going.
Okay. No, I was okay. Wadi, thank you for being here. Wadi, all the way. Wadi, have you been participating? Okay, so far we were talking about, let me do a bit of recap since I have a bit more people in here. All right, so we said, when did you join? I don't know. Did you join from day one?
No, ma'am, just joining the live stream, but I've been following on the WhatsApp platform, ma'am.
Beautiful, thank you. Okay, so we tried to, talk about what we've done so far. So we did a bit around goal setting, where we said set your top 3 goals. Remember, the challenge is to, prep you so that your mind would know that, you have a goal of, finding work remotely. So the first 3 things we said was set 3 top goals for your career so that you're able to stay focused on them. Don't make them 10 or 20.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you
Wadi.
very much.
Yes. And then apart from that, we also talked about making sure that your brand is visible, out there. Because we said if you're invisible, people would not be able to find you. So we talked about making sure that you have, you are able to showcase yourself. And we talked about LinkedIn. So a lot of us need to go back and, dust our LinkedIn, because from all the feedbacks I got, a lot of people are like, my LinkedIn, no, no, no. We love Facebook, but then for remote work, remember LinkedIn is work focused. So it's the perfect place to start from. Not even Upwork, not freelancer. Some people are like, okay, which site should I go to? Not freelancer, not Upwork. We only said LinkedIn. And that's for a reason. All the recruiters are there. And then there are ways to turn on notifications for even the country you want to work in. So that means you're no longer limited by your geographical location. So that's the aim of telling you to touch up your LinkedIn. And then we talked about having your personal site. Okay, Louise, I'll come to your question. We talked about having your personal site, and I think we shared a link to about.me. I think I saw Louisa's work, and it was really beautiful. But then I think you need to add your social media handles, to it and all that. Okay. Okay. I'm seeing a Michael. Your device is not connected, Michael. All right, so I said, I talked about using about.me and any other, site that you could use just to make a one-pager, such that people can be able to see. Okay, Rukia is back on the stream. So that people are able to see exactly, who you are in a nutshell. And I said you could even go further. I wish I could see my business card. Sorry, I'll get my bag from the room. I want to show us a simple business card. I know you're not a business person, but then when you go for networking events, a good idea could be to put that personal site, the link to that personal site on your card, so that when you're introducing yourself, the person takes you serious. The person can check out, the things around you. We also talked about your portfolio, and I did share a Canva link, so of course you could make your portfolio on different places, but that was just to get you started, so that people can see the things you've done before. If you have images of them, if there are services and things like that, what did that service look like? What was the customer's feedback? If it's a product that you work on, what's the product like? In a nutshell, in a visually. Yeah, so that's what I was looking for. So I don't know if we could see this. Can we see this? So this is like a very simple, can we see this? That's my business card, like a simple business card that you could design. And tools like Canva, can help you design something small that you could just, when you're networking with others, they take you serious. I think I even shared the story of one of my neighbors, that this was what she did, and it's changed everything. Make your card, put your, the link to your personal page, your social media handles, be creative about this. Create your portfolio so that people are able to see what you can give. Update your CV. When we did a poll on CV, some people said it was 2 years ago. A lot said 2 or 3 years ago. That's when they updated their CVs last. Please update your CV. Boy Scout has this motto that says, be prepared. So you want to be prepared at every point in time. You do not want to, have someone request for your CV and you're like, which CV should I give, and all that. If you need to have 2 variants of your CV, 3 variants of your CV, please feel free to make them, put them on a folder in a file on your desktop so that it's reachable. And then we talked about networking, really important, both the in-person and the virtual. Like we've said today, we want to network with each other. I will still allow us time to, talk and all of that. Okay, Regina, welcome. She says, I joined the challenge midway. I'm still on it. I must commend your method, ma. Wow. Thank you so much, Regina. That's really nice. Let's see what this question. I have, but not so fully, but we'll use the weekend to finish it up. That's great. Toby, welcome. Okay, let's take Louisa's question. Are there jobs most suited for remote working? Yes. For instance, you can't you can't have, like, if you're a surgeon and you know what a surgeon does, you can't do that remotely, but you could do telemedicine, you could give support. You can't do that actual thing, so jobs like, let me start with simple ones like web development, you could do that remotely. Admin, anything admin related, you can do remotely, and the list goes on and on. Marketing, you can do remotely. Business development, research. I would gather out, a full list for us to refer to, a bit later. But also remember that we would love your feedback. Your feedback would help us so that when we're creating other programs in the group, it would be really valuable and suitable to you. Is it possible to be in a career that doesn't fit into this mode? Yeah, I'm just giving you some examples, Louisa. So there are some jobs that, you may not necessarily do remotely, but then there are things you could actually work on, that just needs your mind and your head. But of course, there are tools these days anyway that would allow you do almost everything remotely. Data analytics, you could do remotely, and so on. Is there any other question I'm missing? I think that is it so far. Okay, Louisa, welcome back to the stream. I think it dropped off. Okay, so I was talking about the program we have planned. This is for 4 weeks, because remember, I told you that this was just to prep us, so to take it further, if you're like, I really want to take this further, I want to actually work remotely, and you even know the country you want to work in, this could be Canada, the UK, it could be anywhere, it could be South Africa, it could even be Ghana here. it's all remote work. If you want us to prep you to, land your remote work and actually be able to understand the dynamics of working remotely, we have a 4-week program, starting 29th of June to the 30th, to 29th of July. So it's for 4 weeks. You'll be given access to it, and right now it's on pre-order. I'll try to put in that link, the link to the program in the comments. I've also put in the feedback form. Would really love your feedback. So in that program, we'll be talking about, interviews, how to get interviews, what sites to look for specific jobs on, would actually simulate that process. We'll talk about what you should do to your CV, to your cover letters that would really be suitable, that would really help the hiring manager to find you, fish you out, interview you, and you're able to start. Then we'd also talk about your brand, because how people would perceive you. I'm sure, recruiters also search, to see what your profile looks like before they even set an interview date. So we'll talk about what your brand should look like, the brand elements you should have, such that when someone comes in, you don't make it so difficult for them to figure out what you're about, where you've worked before and things like that. We'd also talk about your LinkedIn. So would have a model that speaks to LinkedIn, helps you to optimize your LinkedIn. Would also talk about, sorry, I need to look into my phone so that I don't miss some important key points on that. Just a moment. Okay. So we'll talk about managing your time when you're working remotely. For those of us of African descent, Nigerians, we may find it a bit tough, to work remotely due to our terrain, and some challenges here and there. So we'll talk about, how to stay effective, what tools to use to actually work remotely when you get one, and so on. So if you want more details, please drop, as in look into the feedback form that we've shared with you so that you could, find more details and make a decision. And if you have questions about, okay, maybe I want more details around the course, please comment in the group, and then we'll, have a time where we just discuss a little bit further on it. So thank you so much for participating. I think I enjoyed creating this challenge, and I hope it was really, worth it for you, and you've changed some things. Someone told me that, in fact, that she has changed her LinkedIn and that is looking a whole lot better, after the challenge. And those are some of the feedback would love to get from participants, and so on. So we don't want to make this so lengthy. Have a lovely month of June ahead. We'll still be in the group. The group has not closed. It's there for your support. Of course, we would have other programs coming here and there, but this was like the really first one that we took some time to actually engage with you, and it would continue. Thank you, and God bless you.